Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share with you how to make the most delicious cheesy chile relleno burritos. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so we're going to begin by roasting our chile poblanos. Now when you pick your chile poblanos, make sure that you pick the biggest and the prettiest chiles. Also make sure that the rabito is still intact because remember we're going to be dipping them. Okay, so once we have them ready, now we're going to begin to roast them. Okay, so we're just going to place them on our stove or griddle. And we're going to allow them to completely roast. Okay, so once our chiles are ready, we're going to transfer them into a plastic bag. And we're just going to make sure that the bag is completely sealed. And now we're just going to allow our chiles to sweat for about 10 minutes. Okay, so while we wait for our chiles, we're going to make a salsa. In the small saucepan, we're going to add 4 Roma tomatoes. Chile de árbol, I'm using 10. And chiles serranos, I'm using 3. So now we're just going to set it on high heat and bring them to a boil. Okay, so once our chiles and tomatoes come to a boil, we're going to transfer them to our blender cup. Okay, so now we're ready to make our salsa. To a blender cup, we're also going to add a small piece of onion, 1 garlic clove, salt, small pinch of oregano, a quarter of a cup of water, and now we're just going to blend until we have our salsa. Okay, so once we have our salsa, we're going to transfer it to a bowl and set it to the side. Transfer it to a bowl. Taste it for salt, and if you need some more, go ahead and add it. Now we're just going to set it to the side. Okay, so now we're going to grab our chiles and begin to peel them. Okay, so now for this, you want to be very careful so you don't rip them. And if they're still a little too hot for you, you can grab a paper towel and just scrape the burnt areas. Or not the burnt areas, the skin. A little mencita moment. Okay, so once we have our chile like this, we're going to repeat the same process to the rest of our chiles. Okay, so once we have our chile poblanos all nice and peeled, now we're ready to make our stuffing. Okay, so for my stuffing, I'm going to be using queso Oaxaca. I already have it shredded. I'm going to be adding half of an onion, 1 chile serrano, and 4 Roma tomatoes. And of course, this is all optional. If you don't want to add the vegetables, you don't have to. You could just add the cheese. So just mix it all together. Okay. And now we are ready to stuff our chiles. So to stuff our chiles, we're going to grab our chile. We're going to create a small slit and just make it small because at the end, you're just going to end up with a big slit. So just allow the slit to happen on its own while you stuff the pepper. So stuff it with the cheese. You see what I mean? But just be careful, make sure that it doesn't open all the way because otherwise it's going to be harder to dip them in the egg. So just stuff it. Promise you your chile rellenos are going to be perfect every time. And then press everything down. Just like that. Okay, until you have your chile like this. And we're going to repeat the same process to the rest of our chiles. Okay, so once we have our chile poblanos all nice and stuffed, at this point we're going to get our oil ready. Okay, so we're going to grab our pan, set it on medium-low heat, and add oil. We're just going to fill it up halfway. Okay, so we're just going to allow it to heat up. Meanwhile, we can finish our chiles. Okay, so we're going to grab our chile and roll it in all-purpose flour. And these are just going to help the batter stick to the chile. So just coat it all, just like that. Okay, and once the chiles are coated with the all-purpose flour, now we are ready to make our batter. Okay, to make our batter, we're going to be separating our egg whites from our egg yolks. And for every chile, you're going to need 1 egg. And make sure that they are at room temperature. Okay, so now we're going to beat our egg whites until they're nice and stiff. Make sure that you beat at medium speed. Okay, so after 5 minutes, this is what your egg whites should look like. You're going to know that they're ready once you flip them over and they don't fall. Okay, so now we're ready to add our egg yolks. So we're going to add our egg yolks, Our flour, for every 2 eggs, is 1 tablespoon of flour. And salt. And now we're just going to beat on low speed until everything is incorporated together. Okay, and just like that, we have our egg batter. Now at this point, we're going to turn up the heat to medium. Okay, so now we're going to turn up the heat to medium. I'm going to add a toothpick. My oil is ready. Okay, so now we are ready to begin frying. Okay, so once oil is hot, we're going to grab our chile. We're going to dip it into our batter. Make sure that it's fully coated, and then throw it in the hot oil. Okay, don't throw it, just place it in there. And just add hot oil on top of the batter. Cook that side for 2 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over. Okay, so after 2 minutes, we're going to carefully flip it over. And allow that side to cook for another 2 minutes. Okay, so after 2 minutes, our chile is ready. So carefully remove it from the oil and allow the oil to drain. And now we can repeat the same process to the rest of our chiles. Alrighty guys, and once we have all of our chile rellenos ready, now we are ready to make our delicious burritos. Okay, so I already have my rice for my burritos. I'm also going to be adding some beans. Of course, you can make them yourself. I already have a recipe for that, but I didn't have any, so I'm going to be using my favorite store-bought. And I'm just going to reheat them. And because I add cheese to everything, I'm going to add, of course, cheese to my beans. And just allow the cheese to melt, and then we can get ready. And just like that, our beans are ready, so now we can put our burritos together. Alrighty guys, and now we are ready for the fun part, putting our burritos together. So I'm going to be using homemade flour tortillas. And I'm just going to add my refried beans and place them off center. And you add as much as you want. Going to add my rice. We're going to grab our chile relleno, remove the stem, so just hold it and then pull. And now we're going to grab our sour cream and drizzle it on top of our chile. And now we're ready to roll. Grab it and roll. Just like that. And I'm going to put in the comal for a few minutes, and then we're ready to enjoy. Okay, and after a couple minutes, our burrito is done, so now we are ready to enjoy. We're just going to cut into it. And just like that, now we are ready to enjoy. Alrighty guys, and now for the best part, the taste test. Now let me tell you guys that making chile rellenos is seriously super easy to make. It's a little time consuming, but let me tell you that it is worth it. Right here in a burrito, it's everything all in one. So I hope you give it a try. Cheers and enjoy. Let me grab my salsita. And of course you can add the salsa inside the burrito, but me personally, I feel like the burrito gets super wet, and that's just not my favorite, not for this type of burrito. So cheers and enjoy. Seriously, the best. So good. Super cheesy. Just the combination of everything, it's perfect. So good. And of course, the homemade flour tortilla, the cherry on top. So good. Alrighty guys, and there you have it on how to make the most delicious chile relleno burritos. I hope you guys had enjoyed watching this video, and if you did, please don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, share with your friends and family, and if you regret this recipe, please don't forget to tag me in any of my social medias. And if you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button so you guys can be part of our family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.